This looks like me.
That either makes you stupid or you're trying to lie and it doesn't match. You don't appear to be stupid to me.
And he took the plates off the car, so... Take your hand out of your pocket. Take your hands out of your pocket. Okay, I'm Officer Noble from the Lakewood Police Department.
Lakewood?
Yeah, we need to talk to you about an incident that occurred down in the city of Lakewood. This is my partner,
Hey, how you doing?
Detective Jordan.
Detective Jordan, how you doing?
Do you have any weapons or anything with you?
Yes, I have.
I do want to talk to you. I'm going to let you know that you have a right to remain silent. You're not getting arrested, but I'm going to talk to you about a criminal matter. Okay, so I want to make sure you understand what your rights are. You understand your rights?
Yes, sir.
Okay, keeping that in mind, do you want to talk to us today about what's going on?
What's going on?
Are you willing to talk to us? That's the first question.
Where's your hat, buddy?
Do I know what's going on?
Yeah, I mean, we'll explain it to you. And I mean, you can choose at any point not to talk, right? But you have to say you want to talk to us in order for us to continue to have a conversation with you.
That's fine.
Yeah? Okay.
Sorry.
All right. So he agreed to come in and talk with us. So if we can borrow that office, that'd be great.
On November 22nd, 2024, officers from the Lakewood Police Department tracked down a security guard at his own workplace. 3 weeks earlier, a wallet containing 3 credit cards had been stolen from a YMCA locker room in Lakewood, Washington. Those cards were used at a nearby store to purchase thousands of dollars in gift cards. Surveillance footage pointed directly to this man's car. What followed was a textbook example of how a guilty story falls apart under patient, professional questioning. Officers Noble and Detective Jordan approach the subject at his place of employment. They identify themselves, inform him he is not under arrest. And before any questioning begins, Officer Noble delivers Miranda warnings. The subject is not in custody at this point, and officers have no legal obligation to do this yet. Delivering the warnings anyway is a deliberate move. It locks in the voluntariness of anything the subject says next and removes the most common ground for suppressing a statement in court. Under Miranda versus Arizona, decided by the Supreme Court in 1966, suspects must be advised of their rights before any custodial interrogation. The key word is custodial. In Berkemer versus McCarty, the court clarified that non-custodial questioning at a work site does not automatically trigger that requirement. By reading rights here anyway. The officers protect the admissibility of every statement the subject makes from this point forward. The subject agrees to speak and is brought into a private office. Removing him from his co-workers takes away his social support and increases pressure to cooperate. Detective Jordan leads the questioning while Officer Noble observes body language. He tells the subject directly that he will be watching behavioral cues throughout the interview. The first piece of evidence is placed on the table, a surveillance photo showing someone who signed in at the YMCA using the subject's full name, date of birth, and home address.
You heading upstairs?
Thank you. Yeah, up here. All right, man. Yeah. I'm just going to get to the point, man. This car that you got here today in, this is an image that was captured of your car. So on November the 1st...
You said what happened at the YMCA?
He'll explain it.
Yeah, I'm going to get to it. On Friday, you were down at the YMCA. I'm not sure who you were with because on the video it looked like you had gotten out of the passenger side of the car. But you went into the YMCA down in Lakewood and you signed up for the day pass.
I did?
And you provided them your information, everything here. You remember that?
I swear I don't remember this.
Who's that picture of?
Bigger version of that same picture.
Who is that?
You have like a better picture.
I mean, I got some more pictures we're going to go over here in a minute. Okay, but that's...
Who is that right there? They got out of your car, we watched the video.
No.
And that's your information right there that was provided to them on that date.
No, I get that, but
But what?
November 1st?
Yeah,
Yeah.
on Friday.
Like about 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago.
We're doing security work, so you kind of understand this. Most of the time, we have the answer to all our questions we have for first. And what it is, in part of this interview, I just watch your body. He does all the talking. I just watch how you do and what kind of mannerisms you do when you're creating the story and you're not telling the truth. You can't make up a story that's going to be viable with all the evidence that my partner has. It'd be better for you if you were just open and honest. If you could tell us who that guy is that guy, or is that guy somebody else? I mean, you tell me.
Keeping in mind that there's a lot more than just that. Okay, but this is where we're going to start. Okay, it was when you walked into the YMCA. You walked in, you bought the pass. Okay.
The day pass.
The day pass.
I went
Right.
into a YMCA in Lakewood.
Yeah. You got out of this car.
This looks like me.
I'm asking you, who is it? If it's not you, who is it? Who would have all this information? Who would get a picture made out of your car? Who would do that?
It was, I was with the guy that wanted to go to the YMCA.
Okay. So who was the guy?
It was I don't know how he got my information. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna sit here and be honest with you guys.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, I don't know how he got my information.
So who is he?
Some guy, his name is this guy's name is Prez. I don't know his full name, but some guy named Prez. I just met him through one of my friends.
Yeah, so if you say that's him and he goes in to the Y and provides your information, what were you doing right then at that very second?
Me, I was just sitting in the car. He said
Sitting in the car,
Yeah,
okay.
He said he wanted to play basketball, so I just dropped him off over there. He didn't have a ride back. So then after that, I just waited in the car for
How long did you wait?
approximately 5-10 minutes. I
It
don't know.
was a pretty fast basketball game drive all the way to Lakewood for.
Yeah, I don't know. And then after that,
And then after that, what?
I was like, I thought you was hooping. He said, never mind, I'm just gonna leave. And then we just,
And then where did you drive to?
Huh?
And then where did you drive to?
we ended up going to like a Lowe's.
And then what happened?
Then after that,
What happened at Lowe's?
huh?
What happened at Lowe's?
He said he was gonna go purchase some gift cards. So
Okay.
that's what he did.
And then, but you didn't go into Lowe's?
No, I never went into a Lowe's.
Okay, does this guy work with you?
No, this guy does not work with me.
He doesn't?
Like work with this company?
Yeah, work with you. Yeah.
So where did you pick him up at that day?
I picked him on like the side of the road and whatnot.
Picked him up where? Like what area?
Safeway is like in SeaTac?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, about like that area. He's at the Safeway.
The Safeway in SeaTac.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're in SeaTac. You see this guy on the side of the road.
No. I know him, and then I just seen him on the side of the road. He was like, yo, can you take me here?
And he says, yo, can you give me a ride to the Lakewood YMCA?
Yeah, he says he's trying to go hoop. All the homies, all of our homies are over there, you know? That's what he was saying. So I was like, all right, bet.
So you gave him a ride from SeaTac to Lakewood, and then you're gonna wait in the car
Yeah.
while he goes in and plays basketball.
I don't play basketball anyway, so you know, that's why.
Okay, so then he comes out, how long later?
Approximately 5-10 minutes, max.
Okay, so you just drove, what, like 45 minutes or like an hour for him to go in there for 5-10 minutes?
I didn't know he was gonna go in there for 5-10 minutes. I thought he was gonna play for like at least like an hour, and I was just gonna come back later on.
So then he comes out and says, hey, I need to go to Lowe's
Yeah.
to buy some gift cards. And then what?
And then after that, we just go home.
Where
I
did,
just dropped him off the same spot.
back at the SeaTac Safeway?
Yeah.
How many gift cards did he buy, or what did he say about the gift cards when he got back in the car?
I didn't really ask him too much about it. I didn't really ask him too much about the gift cards. I didn't really ask him what he did or anything.
How long would you say he was inside Lowe's?
2 minutes? 3 minutes? I wasn't really counting.
Just a few minutes, but just a short time. Just quick in, quick out.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. And did he give you any of the gift cards?
No, I didn't.
Did he pay you any money at all for taking him all that distance?
He gave me like what, $10 maybe? $20 for gas?
Like he tossed you a $10 bill?
Yeah.
Like cash? Another 45 minutes or an hour back up to SeaTac.
Yeah.
How many YMCAs and Lowe's did you visit that day?
I don't think I went to any other.
You don't think so? That's a long way, because I just looked how many YMCAs there are from SeaTac to Lakewood, and you could have went to 6 other ones. How many did you go to? Who's that?
The subject's response to the photo is the first telling moment. He does not say, that is not me. He says, this looks like me. That is a non-denial denial. It keeps the door open for a later admission while avoiding a direct lie on the record. The detective follows immediately. If that is not you, then who is it? And how did that person get all of your personal information? The subject has no clean answer. The subject offers his first story. A man named Chris, whose last name he does not know and whose number he does not have, asked him for a ride to the YMCA to play basketball. He drove roughly 45 minutes from SeaTac, waited in the car, drove Chris to a nearby store, then drove him back. Total time close to 3 hours. Pay received $10 to $20. The problems are immediate. He cannot contact Chris, cannot provide a last name. And the detective notes that 6 other YMCA locations exist along that same route. Chris chose the one farthest away. What happens when Chris exits the YMCA is important. The subject says he appeared to be jogging toward the car. When they pulled out of the lot, the subject drove so fast he nearly hit another vehicle. Chris was telling him to hurry up. The subject claims he assumed Chris had gotten into some kind of dispute inside. He says none of this raised suspicion. That explanation becomes very difficult to sustain. As the interview continues, the detective introduces 3 pieces of evidence that hit the story at once. First, the person in the YMCA footage is wearing the subject's hat. The subject says Chris just put it on. Second, the same individual appears at the store wearing a face covering, but was not masked at the YMCA. The covering appeared only where the stolen cards were used. Third, and most significant, the subject's vehicle had no license plates that day. Both front and rear plates had been removed before the trip. The plate explanation changes twice in this interview. First, the subject claims his bumper fell off. Minutes later, he says Chris gave him a paper temporary plate and told him to swap it before leaving. Under Washington state law, all registered vehicles must display valid plates at all times. In the context of this case, removing them before the trip is evidence of premeditation. Someone knew, before leaving for Lakewood, that they did not want that vehicle identified on camera.
See that hat that he's wearing? Whose hat is that?
Mine.
Why is he wearing your hat?
I really don't know. He just put it on.
So, was he wearing a COVID mask all day?
Yeah, he said he was sick that day, so he put on the COVID mask when he came in the car.
And your hat?
Yeah, man.
What's missing in this picture? Pretty obvious.
Because he wasn't wearing that when he went in the
He
YMCA.
wasn't sick in the Y, but he's sick at Lowe's.
That's what he was telling me, so he was coughing in the car and everything, so.
I was hoping this was going to go nice.
Yeah, so was I.
I mean, I am telling you guys the truth, you know?
This is your car, right?
Yes.
Okay. Where's your front license plate?
Oh, that's quick?
Yeah.
Back.
Why?
Huh?
Why?
I just took it off.
Why?
I don't know, I just took it off. There's never a reason why.
Okay. Why did you take the back license plate off?
Back license plate?
Yeah. Why did you have the back license plate off on the particular day when you decided to drive it all the way down to Lakewood to go to Lowe's and YMCA?
That's because my bumper came off on that. So I had to get my bumper fixed. I didn't have my license plate with me.
All right, man. I'm going to start to lose patience here.
Here's 20 years old. In our career, 57 years combined. Over 20,000 days we get lied to. You know what that makes us? Human lie detectors. Somebody stole some items from the Y. Somebody used that items that they stole and purchased
Gift cards.
Gift cards. That's why we're sitting here at your business. You're involved. You're complicit in this felony crime.
Just by driving him to the scene of the crime makes you the getaway driver in essence, by providing this guy's name and information, okay, because I know you have more information about him.
I swear on everything I love, I promise. I know.
Times I've heard that.
No, I promise. I'm so serious. Like, you guys, I'm gonna talk to you guys as a man. I really do not know his name. I'm not even gonna lie. I really don't know his name. And when I told you I picked him up from C-Tech, I actually picked him up from C-Tech.
I don't dispute that you probably did. I mean, you guys live up here.
If you wanted to get in touch with him, how would you get in touch with him?
I'd go through my homie to get his phone number and stuff like
Yeah,
that.
but you don't have his phone number?
I don't have his phone number.
But your homie has his phone number.
Yeah.
How come you don't have his phone number? You rode 2.5 hours in the car with him to commit a felony crime.
A felony crime.
Yeah, felony crime.
You steal credit cards, and then you use credit cards.
What do you mean?
That's multiple felonies. What do you think he was doing in the YMCA when he was in there for 5 minutes? You think he was playing basketball? Because no one drives all that distance to take somebody to go play basketball for 5 minutes, has them using their full name, date of birth, phone number, address, and everything else in a car that they took license plates off of to try to conceal the identity of it, wearing your hat, and it just happens to be a coincidence.
Basically, he said you wanted to go to the YMCA, like I said.
Okay.
He wanted to go to the YMCA. He told me he was going to go play basketball.
In Lakewood.
Yeah.
And you said you had no problem driving all that distance.
Yeah, I never had no problem with it.
Because he's your buddy?
he's like a, how do I explain it? He's like a friend, but like he's from like another friend, so like he's like a mutual, you know?
But you guys are on good enough terms that you're willing to drive him all that distance so he can go play basketball.
Yeah. Basically, I was just being too nice. And
So if we can accept that you're just trying to be nice, we still have major issues with your story. So why is he using your information? If he's just a friend of a friend, then how does he have your information to provide to the YMCA, claiming to be you?
I really don't know. I don't know how he got my ID. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know how he got my ID. I'm just sitting here just realizing, bro, this stuff is crazy, bro. What the fuck? Just do it.
And then imagine the face mask pulling his ear down a little bit, right?
Yep. Why did you go inside the store?
I didn't go into that sort of store.
You don't think that's you?
That's not me.
Okay, then so let me just run this by you, right here.
Okay?
Okay, so if you have your mask on, pulls your ear down just a little bit tight, now how about that? It's got wear hearing aids, right? Pull it down. That's close enough to you for an identification. So this is what I'm going to get at with you. With this here and this here, to me that looks like the same cat, right?
Same hairline, same ear, same nose.
So here's the, I got you.
And everything too?
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So,
Same hat.
That's why I took your photo. If you're telling me this is you're not you, and okay, but he has all your information. There's no way in hell that anybody, 20, 19 or not, would have this much information about you unless you provided it, because that's the same cat that went into the wire, right? If you say that's not him, which I believe it's you, but if you say, okay, fair enough, then tell me who he is. Be a good witness, so when we go to the prosecutor and identified who he was 100%, but just kind of knowing the street name, trying to keep some street cred, that's not going to help you in prison.
So if he used your information without your permission, then that actually makes you a victim of identity theft also. Right? A victim of identity theft. If he stole your information and provided it to the YMCA pretending to be you,
Yeah.
did he have your permission to do that?
No.
Then you could be the victim of a crime.
I could be a victim?
Yeah, you might be a victim.
If he's
How would that go between me if I didn't commit the crime?
Okay, so the reason that you're here because I think you're a suspect.
No, I'm not even gonna say it. I'm being so honest, so true with you guys. I really don't know his real name. If I knew his real name, I'd give it to you guys. I don't know his real name.
Okay, and you're just gonna let somebody you don't know his whole name in, jump in your car, drive straight from SeaTac straight down to the Y, steal something, 10 minutes later go to the Lowe's, to hundreds of dollars worth of theft because of the gift card.
Thousands of dollars.
I'm sorry. Thousands of dollars. Thousands.
Yeah.
That's why you're in a felony bracket. He ended stealing somebody's identity to do that. Then they drive him all the way back here, and you don't know who he is. That either makes you stupid or you're trying to lie and it doesn't match. You don't appear to be stupid to me.
And he took the plates off the car. So, I mean, there's more to it than just that. Why did you take the license plates off your car that day?
That day?
Yeah.
That's because I'm not gonna lie. You told me to take them off. So then I took them off that day. My bumper didn't really fall off. That's fine.
I know.
I'll keep it honest.
Okay.
He told me to take my license plates off. So I asked him why. And he gave me a piece. He gave me this little piece of paper.
Like a dealer plate thing to go on the back?
Yes, sir.
Okay, yep.
Once he gave me that, I was like, bro, why? He was like, just, so you don't get a ticket or something, And I was like, so then I took it off, basically. And then after that, he said, yo, are you trying to go play basketball? I said, nah, that's not what I do. I don't play basketball, and my leg was hurting that day. So then after that, I didn't go inside the YMCA. He went to the YMCA. Within 5-10 minutes, he came out, and he looked like he was jogging to me. And I'm like, I was asking him, when he hopped in the car, I was asking him, why are you running? Why are you jogging or anything, He said, nah, man, I'm just trying to go home. And then after that, I was like, okay. So then we leave the parking lot. So once we leave,
Like in a hurry because you almost crashed into another car when you were like pulling out of the spot. Why were you driving so fast like that?
Because he told me to hurry up. He was telling me, hurry up, go.
Yelling at you to go. That didn't seem weird?
I thought about it when I was sitting in the car. I was asking him, what's going on? He just didn't tell me, so I didn't think he would steal nothing. Like I never pictured him to be this guy that would steal something.
But when he's saying, hey, let's go, What did that seem like to you?
I thought he just got into a fight with somebody or something.
You said he said something about wanting to go home?
Yeah, he said he wanted to go home. But then after that, he said, yo, take me to the Lowe's. So then I ended up taking him to the Lowe's. Which when I took him to the Lowe's, he came out 3-4 minutes later with some purchase gift cards. So after that, I asked him, what are these for? He said, for my sister. Oh, okay. So then after that, we just left. Started going back to the area.
Here's the bottom line. So far, you've told 3 different stories. Can we stop with 4, 5, and 6 and just get to the truth? It's Friday afternoon.
Detective Jordan now explains the legal exposure the subject is facing. Driving someone to the scene of a crime, even without entering the building, can constitute accomplice liability under Washington law. Under the Revised Code of Washington, Section 9A, 08020, a person is criminally liable for another's conduct if they knowingly aid, agree to aid, or attempt to aid in planning or committing an offense. The word is knowingly. This traces to the Supreme Court's 1946 ruling in Pinkerton versus United States, which holds that a party to a criminal arrangement is liable for all reasonably foreseeable acts of their co-participants. Under continued questioning, the subject's story expands and his exposure grows. He now admits there was not one YMCA that day. There were 2. Only after the second stop, he claims, did Chris hand back his identification and explain what he had been doing using the subject's ID to sign in, then stealing credit cards from locker rooms. The subject says he confronted Chris and they argued, but he continued driving him toward a third location before finally refusing. The detective's summary is direct 3 different stories so far. Officers apply final pressure without a name and contact number for Chris by Tuesday. Noble says he will return with an arrest warrant and a search warrant for the vehicle. This is grounded. The evidence on record, including surveillance footage, the subject's own admissions, the removed plates, and documented use of his identification at 2 separate locations, satisfies the probable cause standard established in Illinois versus Gates. The subject, facing the loss of his car and his job, tries to find Chris on social media. Police did not need his help. Using the phone number provided when signing in at the YMCA, investigators identified the individual as Abdul Razak Hussein. Hussein was on supervised release at the time for a prior conviction at a fitness facility where he had stolen a wallet from a locker room in an identical scheme. Both Hussein and the security officer were charged with identity theft in the first degree, a Class B felony covering unauthorized use of another person's identity to obtain property above $1,500, and theft in the second degree, a Class C felony.
Careful being nice to me. What I told you about the license plate and everything was true. And then I went to the YMCA. Like I said, I didn't know what he was gonna do. I took him to the YMCA. And so I took him to the YMCA again. He told me after that YMCA what he did. He told me that he went to the YMCA to go steal somebody's stuff. Which after that, I told him, bro, why are you doing that to me? You know, like me and him got into an argument. After that, I ended up taking him to the same spot where I picked him up. Me and him got into a little altercation before I ended up dropping him off, where I was like, bro, you took my ID, number one. Then after that, you used my stuff, knowing that, because he ended up handing me my ID, and he ended up telling me what he did with my ID, and then I ended up telling him, bro, I was like, why would you do that? You know, if you're gonna go do something hot, bro, don't have me involved with it. I don't want to go to jail.
He took your ID into the YMCA? From your car?
I didn't know he took my ID into the YMCA.
But then he told you later on that he did?
Yeah, he told me after the second YMCA he took my ID.
Where was that YMCA at?
I don't know where it was.
So you went to the Lakewood one and then you went to another one?
Yeah.
Did he say he stole something from the second YMCA also?
I don't think. He didn't tell me because I don't think.
You know, but he wasn't.
Huh?
How long were you at the second one?
The second one, probably like 10, 15, 20 minutes.
Same amount of time?
So basically same thing. And was he trying to get you to go to another store?
Yeah, he was. And then I ended up telling him no.
Okay, what city?
I think it was like, I don't know exactly. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know exactly.
He wanted to go to another Lowe's, but you told him you did not take him. Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah.
You did or did not?
I did not.
He told you he used your ID to get...
He ended up telling me after the second time he went to the YMCA, he ended up telling me, yo, I ended up using your ID. And he told me he ended up using my ID to get into the thing because he didn't have an ID to purchase a one-day user pass or whatever guest pass. After that, he ended up using my ID, and after that, it came out within 5 minutes, like I said.
Yeah.
Can I see your phone up here for a second? Let me see the back.
For that?
Mm-hmm.
He handed me my ID, and he said, yo, I used your ID. And then I said, what for? He was like, yo, I was trying to grab like a credit card or something. And I was like, for what? He was like, cause I was trying to grab something from the store so I can buy something. And then I said, okay. So then I was like, bro, why would you do that? You know, knowing that I'm in my car, you know, why would you commit a crime with me in a car? Like, me and him, we just started fighting about it.
So that was after you had been at the second YMCA, after you'd been at Lowe's, after you'd been at the church where he was telling you, hey bro, take these plates off the car and put this other paper plate on?
Yeah, I didn't really think too much.
So all that stuff happened, and then it came as a surprise to you?
I know it sounds simple, but
100%.
It sounds not true. This is not you.
this is not me. It's not,
Okay, that's not you.
That's not me either.
So you didn't physically go into the YMCA with him, either one. You didn't physically go into Lowe's with him, but you knew what he was going to do.
I didn't know until the last YMCA until he told me. I didn't know.
Why would you let him do all, why would you play along with all
I
that?
didn't know. That's the... Oh, you guys are acting like... I didn't want to do this. I didn't know. I didn't...
Shouldn't you have known?
Yeah, I shouldn't have.
I mean, he's wearing your hat. He's got your ID. You're driving him almost an hour in different directions.
I was almost starting to really like this kid, but your story's so crazy. There's not a jury in the planet that would follow that line of bullshit.
There's going to be accountability for this. I'm going to tell you that much right now. I'm not... Okay. You need to know who this person is. You need to call somebody, you need to text somebody. I need a first and a last name and a phone number. Because I also don't want to have to tow your car back to my police department, do a search warrant, try to recover gift cards, other evidence out of the car.
North Face jacket,
North Face jackets, slide sandals, COVID masks.
So it's not like you're labeled a snitch. You're a co-conspirator at this point. You're a good witness.
I really don't have his first name.
What's his last name? What's his last name?
I don't have his last name.
Okay, then get it. Let's go to do all that.
It's a process, bro.
Okay, I get it. It's a lot to process, however, this is where we're at. Alright, I'm just gonna get a tow then, and unless
What
you...
my car be towed for?
I'm gonna have to serve a search warrant on your car for evidence.
For what though?
You guys use that vehicle to go commit felonies. There might be gift cards, property belonging to this other guy, have DNA on it. I might have to go get DNA off the passenger seat. I might have to hold on to that car for quite some time.
What?
Yeah, you're not really leaving me any other options.
Try.
You are willing to try to do that?
Try it.
Okay.
You was talking about this guy.
Is that like a Facebook?
No, that's right.
Sure. Can I hold your phone? Do you mind? I'm not going to touch anything on it. Yeah, I just want him to see that. You want to turn that light on behind you?
You tell me. Is that him?
So I'm trying to say.
Okay. And what's the name?
I don't know his name.
What's the Instagram account name?
Guys?
Can I see, pull up his account profile page?
We're not trying to look through the rest of your stuff.
How do you get in contact with him other than that?
I mean, we just follow each other.
He's a friend of a friend.
Yeah.
Okay.
Me and that friend, we kind of fell out about a girl and stuff like that.
It's always about a girl, bro. The rest of your life, it's always going to be about a girl.
Give him the week.
Here's another issue you have, is we're at your job place. We have to talk to your employer to try to save you from getting fired, right?
About to get fired.
Well,
My life is just
do this.
looking hard.
Well, I know. We can say he was very cooperative with the investigation. How we can say,
Come to my house.
well, if we knew where your house was, we could have.
I went to your Kent address and your Renton address, but your car was never there. Not when I was there. So you might be staying. You staying somewhere else with girls or something like that?
That might be why you had to fall out with the other two, because you were staying with some good.
I didn't even eat nothing today. That's the crazy thing. I was about to grab something to eat before I came here. I don't know.
So, okay. I need to hear back from you on Tuesday. You want me to write that down?
That's 3 days. And
I'm probably going to have to come back. I'm going to probably have to come back and arrest you. I'm probably going to have to come and tow the car and do the search warrant thing. So you want to put it in your phone as something? What do you want to put me in there as so that you won't forget?
wouldn't put it as policeman. Put a Noble or something like that, number Noble. Yeah.
Officer Noble receives a grade of A-. His Miranda delivery was proactive and legally precise. The incremental evidence presentation was disciplined, dismantling each denial in sequence before moving to the next. The minor deduction reflects the decision to release the subject without arrest, despite multiple inconsistent accounts and substantial probable cause already established by the end of the interview. Detective Jordan receives a grade of B+. His approach as primary questioner was patient and tactically sound. Positioning Officer Noble as a silent behavioral observer added useful pressure and was communicated openly to the subject. The deduction reflects moments where the subject was allowed to extend his narratives without being redirected more firmly. Tighter control of the interview flow would have strengthened the record. The security officer receives a grade of D. He eventually acknowledged under questioning that he learned about the criminal activity during the trip and did not maintain complete denial throughout. However, his conduct overall is very difficult to reconcile with innocent intent. He removed his plates on instruction. He waited outside 2 locations while crimes were committed using his own identification. He continued driving the suspect after being told what had happened. 3 different accounts emerged in a single sitting. Washington's Accomplice Liability statute requires only that he knowingly provided assistance. On this record, that standard appears met. There are 3 takeaways from this case. First, removing the license plates doesn't make the car invisible. It only makes the driver a suspect. The act of removing the license plates before starting the trip shows someone knew beforehand that the car shouldn't be identifiable. Second, the friend of a friend explanation has a structural weakness. If you genuinely don't know someone's name or phone number, the prosecutor will ask how that person obtained your government-issued identification. There's no clear answer to that question. Third, criminal liability doesn't require direct involvement. Giving someone a ride is enough. Waiting outside is enough. Continuing to help after knowing a crime has occurred is enough. The law doesn't tolerate willful negligence. Let us know if there is an interaction or legal topic you would like us to cover in the comments below. Thank you for watching. And please subscribe for more legal analysis of police interactions.